Now to a story about online dating scams that I had no clue involved me. Involved me simply because my photos on social media are public and they're easy for others to use. And boy, are they ever used. Here is part one of a two-part special report. This is an email today. A woman from Oregon named Lana. Just to let you know, your pics are on all dating sites under different names used by scammers. She's not telling me anything I haven't heard before. And of course, she's telling me because she has learned she was being scammed. It's a stunning revelation to learn something you thought might have been love is anything but. And it happens over and over, like it happened to this woman.
My name is Glenda and I'm 81 years old. In 2014, I met the love of my life online.
Online dating didn't need COVID to experience a pandemic of its own, but scams soared during 2020 and 2021. And the realization of those hurt also grew. From the Ukraine to Kentucky, women began reaching out to me, desperate to know the truth. It was a phone call from a woman in Kentucky that really got to me. I'm at home on a Sunday afternoon, get a phone call from a woman in Kentucky saying, "I've had your picture on my piano for 6 months. I love you." What? That gives you an idea of the depth and reach of scammers, the deceit, the total disregard for another human being. This is a woman who had gotten involved in some sort of online dating scam situation, relationship with somebody using my picture. She thought it was me until she discovered it wasn't. And she was relating this from having her heart broken, like anybody who thinks that they're talking to somebody would. It made me go online wondering what else is out there. So I did. And here's one. Scammers with pics of Andre Moro romance scam. This is some sort of police report showing pictures of me. Go on to say, this is an innocent TV news anchor in the U.S. whose pictures are being used by scammers to get money from women.
I'm a primary school teacher by trade, and I've been doing that since 2004.
This is Anna Rowe. She lives in the UK. Her website and blogs, Catch the Catfish, may be the most comprehensive help site in the world. She developed it after she had become a victim.
I had an experience through online dating in 2015 with a guy who was a catfish, but he wasn't one of these financial scammers. He was actually is a lawyer here in the UK who was leading a double life with a fake identity. And I was the first woman in him having done this for 12 years that actually tracked him down and found out who he was in his real life. There are 17 of us that I know with, and that's actually now an ongoing police case.
That was in 2015, and at the time, there was absolutely nowhere for her to turn for help.
And the authorities at the time were literally, you get laughed at when you go to the police. There was no deeper understanding of it. And so that's when I set up my website initially. And the amount of people that were coming forward was really overwhelming.
It was overwhelming to me when Anna showed me even more examples and tactics of scammers who use my pictures.
I'd never heard of these scammers before, but what drew me was the fact that the script in the text messages that they were sending me were almost parallel to the kind of messages that I was getting from my catfish. And I then realised from where I'd educated myself that the language that they were using was drawn on from the scripts that narcissists and psychopaths use in something called love bombing.
Anna says it's a very clever emotional manipulation.
If you research love bombing, and it's also known as the psychopath's love hook.
Right.
And that kind of language, I mean, it's well documented.
Yeah.
And these scammers have absolutely drawn on that, and something called trauma bonding that is also used by narcissists and psychopaths. Yeah. And it was quite frightening, but it very quickly helped me understand why these people were in the situations that they were in, and how, you know, these scammers don't work quickly. They will prey on these people for months and months at a time before any money is handed over.
So what are dating sites, Facebook, Instagram, for example, doing about copycat and fraud accounts? You will be surprised to learn how little. We'll have more of that next week.